Hey guys, Big Hair Productions here with you today, and today I'm going over my top 5 favorite Predator figures in my Predator collection. Stay tuned. 1 to 2 years that I've had this channel, I have amassed over 8 Predators. It's kind of a relatively small collection in terms of the amount of Predators I have, but it is a decent haul. Now, today I just kind of decided, you know what, I'm going to do a ranking video of all of the Predators that I have and basically just see which ones are my favorites. At the number 5 spot, we have the Fugitive Predator. Now, the Fugitive Predator is a really great Predator. I feel like it has the best articulation out of all of the Predators that I own. I also like the double jointed plasma caster, or actually it's actually 3 joints, because you have one, and then you have a joint here, and then you also have a ball joint here. And so it's a great Predator, has a ton of articulation, has actually has 2 thigh swivels, so it has one here, and it has like a knee swivel right there, which is really cool. So his articulation is the best out of all of them, in my opinion, and yeah. However, so the reason why he's at the top 5 spot is I've had some problems with him. So, for one, I feel like the plasma caster is really loose, and in fact, today, the joint right here, the pin actually came out, and I had to surgically put it back into place, and it's like super small, so it was really difficult. It took like an hour just to do it, but yeah. And then also here, the strap kind of broke, and this always slides down, which, I mean, can be fixed, but it is kind of an annoyance. And also, one thing I really do find is, even though he has great articulation, he's super stiff, which makes it really hard to pose. So yeah, that's why he's at the number 5 spot. Overall, still a great Predator, but just with some issues. So in the 4th spot, we have the Stalker Predator. Now, this Predator is so cool. I love the articulation. I love the accessories, and I honestly like the coloring. I love the orange. It's a very tiger-esque Predator, and I really like it. Another thing that sets this aside from all the other Predators is the plasma caster articulation. Now, we have the up and down motion. It's a double joint right there, and then there's also a twist here, right? But it also can actually, here, if I get the head out of the way, it can move side to side, which is really cool, in my opinion. And another thing that's really cool is you can actually take the plasma caster off. Oop, the backpack just fell off. And you can now make it like a handheld plasma caster, which is really cool. Just like in AVP-R, which I think is really cool. Now, let's get into the cons of this figure. I don't really have a lot of cons for this figure. In fact, I actually like this figure a lot. However, one thing I would say is the backpack. It doesn't stick on very well, because if you look here, it's supposed to hold on to this, and I mean, it works. It's a good fit, but if you're, moving around the figure, it just kind of gets worked off, and it's like super easy to take off. So it's yeah. But other than that, this figure is great, and he's definitely a worthy Predator for my Predator collection. Next, in the top 3rd spot, is the Warrior Predator. This Predator is so awesome, and I think actually this guy comes with the most weapons out of all of them, hence the name. He's called the Warrior Predator. He also has great armor, in my opinion. But yeah, he also comes with a ton of weapons. He comes with an axe, a combi stick, a closed combi stick, a fling, or yeah, it's called a fling, but I wouldn't necessarily call it that. I'll show you what it is here. Alright, here you go, sorry. Yeah, so he comes with a fling. The cool thing about this is it's actually articulating, so there's a wire on the inside, and you can move it, and it's really great. You can get lots of good stuff out of this. And on top of all of that, he has small stuff as well. He comes with the open and closed discs, which is pretty common for the Predator 2 figures, but he does come with that. And then he also comes with an energy flechette, which also does come with him, I believe. Actually, hold on, before I start making claims, let me check. Yeah, no, actually, never mind. This guy does not have an energy flechette, but stay. All right. So let me show you what that is. So basically, on the arm here, there's like this pop-up cannon, and it goes right here. And it comes with an open and closed one. I think it was actually seen in the Predator 2 movie. It's been a while since I've seen the Predator 2 movie because, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite. So, yeah. Here, so as you can see, there's two pieces. There's a closed one, and there's an open one. They're both kind of small, and can be easy to misplace, but they're pretty cool accessories. So yeah, as you can see, it goes on like that, and then if you take it off, you put this one on, now you have an open energy flechette, aka a wrist launcher. I'm sure not everybody wants to say energy flechette, so there you go, wrist launcher. And as you can see, that's pretty cool. So yeah, this guy is great. He comes with a ton of accessories. I think he actually comes with the most accessories, and that's why he's pretty great. However, one problem I do have is that his wrist device is weird. So instead of splaying out this way, which would make sense, it's backwards, and it comes out this way, which doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess you can look at it like this, right? But I don't know, that just doesn't seem right. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any issues with this figure, and honestly, this figure could be my number one. Another thing that I really like about this figure is his wrist blades are actually tight. They're not loose, which is a problem that I have a lot with the Predator figures. But yeah. All right, moving on to the number 2 spot, and honestly, the number 2 spot could be replaceable with the number 1 spot. But before we move on, I will be putting affiliate links for these figures down in the description in case you want to check them out. And also, I'm on my road to 500 subscribers, so please help me out by liking and subscribing. Thank you. All right, so taking a look at the second place here. Again, this can be replaced and put into the first figure, depending on first place, depending on your preference. But this is the Elder Predator from Predator 2, so he is the leader of these two figures right here, and he's seen at the very end with the pistol. Now, this guy also comes with a ton of accessories. Like this guy, he's actually the second most, what I would say, when it comes to accessories. He has like a plasma caster, he has a machete, he has a plasma caster effect, he has like 3 hands, he has a skull and spine, and he actually has a sheath to put it in, so that's cool. And then he also has hands here. Then he has a plasma caster. This is kind of the plasma caster they use for the Jungle Hunter Predator, and just a different head. And I also like that this one's pretty tight. It can get kind of loose at sometimes, but it's actually a pretty tight fit, which is nice. And so I'm a big fan of that. And yeah, this figure is really great. I would actually put this in first place if I could, especially since he actually has this feature. He comes with 3 heads. He comes with a maskless head, unmasked, and then a different type of mask. And this is my favorite mask because it lights up, which is probably one of the coolest features of any Predator figure that I own. So that's pretty awesome. And it's really easy to replace the batteries. They're just small watch batteries. And I've had this figure for so long, and the batteries last a while. Oh, yeah. I guess we should also go over the cons. So the only con that I have with this figure is that the wrist blade is loose. I find that very annoying, and it's just really hard to deal with, especially when you're posing. And I think this is actually the loosest wrist blade. But I guess I can try getting joint fixing it. I don't know. It might work, it might not, but it's really annoying. Oops. And at number 1, the Jungle Hunter Predator is my number 1 Predator figure. Now, I'm going to tell you why. This figure is the first Predator figure that I ever got, and it's honestly my most favorite Predator movie, being the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this movie is my favorite, this figure is my favorite. I have had a couple problems with this figure. I mean, the wrist blades are loose, just like the Elder Predator, and actually the plasma caster right down there, it got super loose, and then it ended up breaking, and so I had to glue it into place, so it doesn't articulate back and forth anymore. But other than those issues, oh, and also some of the tubes came off, and the wrist device broke, which, I mean, it was going to happen anyway because I pose it a lot, and, you know, that's just going to happen. But this is honestly my most favorite Predator, and I honestly feel like it's the most iconic out of all of the Predators that I own. I could tell right away that this one is the Jungle Hunter Predator, and that's why it's my most favorite. Is I've had this for the longest, and it's just the articulation is great. I've never had any problems with it, besides those couple of problems, and the accessories is great. But yeah, this is my most favorite Predator. I definitely recommend this Predator figure, and actually, I recommend all of them. And if you do want to pick these up, there is a link down in the description in case you want to check that out. Please do. It helps my channel a lot. That's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.